Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM here on a Monday here in Melbourne. Of course, let's go cross-reference over in WA and speak with the reigning champions in the WAFLW. Of course, they played Claremont in the rematch of last year's grand final and they finally got their revenge. They absolutely beat them by 2 goals about 2 weeks ago. Of course, they won by 4-2-26 to 2-2-14 in the grand final against Claremont. Of course, we've got 2 very special guests joining us right now from the Sharks to tell us a bit about it. Thanks both for joining us.
Thanks very much for having us.
No worries. Well, get both of you to introduce yourselves and what position you did play on grand final day.
I'm Larissa Versace and I played half forward. Pretty much the whole season. So yeah.
I'm Dominique Fideli and I played in the back line, which was a new position for me this year, but played the whole season in the back line. So
tell us a bit about the grand final day. You played Claremont, which I know that you lost the year before too. How nerve-wracking was grand final day?
To be honest, it was very different going in this year. There was a lot of calmness in the room, I thought, leading up to the moment of running out there. You know, we had young girls dancing around to music and it was just a very different feel compared to last year. And I think there was just a lot of belief in the room that we could actually get the job done. So, of course, there were nerves there, but it was, for me personally, it was a very different feeling to last year.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Donna there. It was, I was nervous myself, but I think the young ones really just I don't know, they took away maybe if there was expectation, they sort of took that away. And we just got to, thoroughly enjoy the lead up to running out. And obviously it was a beautiful day in WA as well. So conditions were, set to make it a pretty hot grand final, which I'm pretty certain it was. So, and I think the young ones just, make you feel at ease and go, oh, they're having fun. Why don't I enjoy it as well? So
tell us a bit about the game and how did it all pan out?
Well, I guess we won. But no, I mean, it definitely, we had a hot start, which was exactly how we wanted to obviously attack the game from the start. And that was from our ruck, Laura and Zippy Fish, who I'm sure a lot of people will know that name in the coming years. And I think they just gave us the best start from the and the rest of the midfielders. And then the rest was, I don't remember much. We've watched the game a couple of times, but it's kind of a bit of a blur. You have so much focus and so much energy going into that one game, I guess. It's sort of still a bit of a blur. And I'm still remembering things, but I mean, Doma might remember a bit more than I do.
Yeah, I guess one thing that really resonated with me was our coach, Steph Walding, in her pre-game address just said, I don't need you to go out and do anything extra. I just need you to go out and play your role. And every single person just went out and did that. And it just felt amazing out there.
Obviously, I wish I was over there to see your grand final. Now, I think your game was on Channel 7. I guess, how cool was it to know that, for, I guess, friends and family that couldn't make it to the game, get to watch it on TV from home? How special was that, and especially to have the game on Channel 7?
Yeah, I think it was very special, and I think it just goes to show how far our women's footy has come. I'm a teacher myself, so I had students coming up to me on the Monday and congratulating me and telling me that they watch me on TV, which was just so wholesome. And I think it really does show how far the game has come. So.
Yeah, I had some family overseas, so I know my brother and my sister-in-law were watching. They were in Canada at the time, so it's pretty cool that they weren't here for the day, but they could obviously still cheer us on. And I had grandparents down south that couldn't get up for the game, and some grandparents in Perth at home that couldn't be there, but it was pretty cool, pretty special for them to be able to still watch. And I think that's, and it's sort of yeah, it's a bit of history as well. Like this is the second one I've been fortunate enough to play in and to have them videoed and recorded. Hopefully future generations or my children eventually can watch their mum running around on TV, which is I think pretty cool when you when you start to reflect on that. So
when the final siren went, what was it like? Because I know your captain collapsed on the ground, which was a brilliant photo, mind you. I think that's probably one of the best photos captured.
Yep. No, when the siren, I didn't actually hear the siren go. It was quite a I don't know. It was throughout the whole all of the quarters. The siren was like very quiet. I don't know if Doma feels the same, but I just remember the people that were the girls that were on the bench all running on, and that's how I sort of knew the game was done and arms had gone up, and it was just I think a lot not relief. We had to do it the hard way, which a lot of people don't really know. Like we had to basically win our last game of the season, and then obviously had to win every single final. So it's exhausting, but exhilarating at the same time, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think Larry's hit the nail on the head there. It was just pure elation. Like it was very heated in the last couple of minutes down in that back line. And I just remember telling the girls, like, know the moment of the game. And I looked up and, there was a minute left and we just had to do what we had to do and create stoppages. And when that final siren went, it was just, the most incredible feeling.
I have to ask, did both of you get a chance to hold the cup at any stage?
Yeah,
we did.
We did. Yep. It was pretty special moment. To share with one of your best friends. We had quite a few photos with the cup. I wish I had one on my own. I still haven't managed to do it yet, but maybe there's one more grand final in us, and we can I can get that elusive Premiership Cup on my own. But plenty of photos with everybody, and it was very, very special, very, very special moment.
I always ask when I'm talking about cups as well. Did either of you kiss the cup? Be honest.
Absolutely.
Yep, and we drank from it too. So
many of drinks. I think that just goes without saying. When you win a premiership, that's just what happens.
Okay, now I know that I can see your medals that you're wearing around your neck, which I'll get both of you to hold that for us. There it is. So I need to ask you, how long did you wear your medals around your necks for, and did any of you sleep with it? And be honest.
Oh yeah, there were heaps of people that slept with theirs. Yeah.
Yeah, quite a few of the girls did. I think I had mine on for maybe 3 days post grand final.
I didn't have it on for as long. We had obviously the Sunday after the grand final where we obviously all wore our Guernseys and medals and then went out for breakfast on the Monday. But I work outside and do landscaping, so the medal just would have got in the way, unfortunately. So I had to unfortunately take it off.
So I've got to ask, now, Doma, you mentioned before that you're a teacher, and obviously, did you bring your medal to school for the kids to at least hold it?
They didn't get to hold it. They got to look at it on Monday. But it was really, really special actually, and I think that's when it started to actually feel real. And getting some of your students coming up to you and talking to you about the game was something that I'll definitely remember forever. So I had to wear the Guernsey and the medal to work, definitely.
Now, I know that you had presentation night this week. Actually, this weekend just gone. I'm assuming the team got at least wear the medal around the necks, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we got to everyone that obviously played and stuff like that wore their medal, which was pretty awesome to celebrate at the end of season. You've done something really special, so it was nice to be able to wear it over our nice dresses and and celebrate the night. So
Of course, on top of the medal and the cup, now obviously the flag as well. I'm sure both you had a chance to hold the flag, even though I know the flag doesn't get much attention than like the other two things that we've just mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it was worn as a scarf a couple of times by a few players. But we've all had our fair share, that's for sure.
So where's the cup and the flag at the moment?
I think it's at Steph Walding, our coach's house, I believe. It has been promised to come to, so myself and Ashley Gomes and Laura all live together. And it has been promised that we can go pick up the cup and it can come to our house for a bit. So hopefully, yeah, we might go pick it up for the weekend maybe, and it can have a little sleep over here.
Larissa, you mentioned that you've been part of a couple of premierships yourself. Which one's more important to you?
Oh.
How you know I was going to ask that question?
No, I just know because it's been asked to me a couple of times. I think they all have. So I've obviously won in 2018, 2019, and then obviously been fortunate enough 2023. I think they all have different meanings. No, I don't think one's better than the other. 2019, I think, is just a really special one for me. But considering what this team's been through this season with all the ups and downs and the season not being perfect and compared to how our season was last year, I think this one after some time of reflecting, I think this one just shows that you don't have to have the perfect season. You just have to hit your straps at the right time. Because we've had like a lot of challenges. We've had no home ground, which, not a lot of people would know. We've had change of training venues as well. Lights not working when we're running around trying to do conditioning. Like no one knows or maybe wants to hear that sort of stuff, but like they're the challenges that we've faced. Having other sporting codes training when we're training, having softballs coming at our heads when we're trying to train play footy. So we've literally had it all, and we've been able to do obviously what every team sets out to at the start of the year. So I just think none of them are more important than the other. They've all had their own challenges, but that's a hard one. So I think all of them are very special in their own right. Yeah.
I have to ask both of you, how did both of you get involved in footy and why did you choose it?
That's a great question. So Larry and I have played a lot of sport together over the years. We grew up together in a small country town of Harvey in Western Australia. So we've played a lot of basketball. Soccer was our main sport for a lot of years. And then Larry made the switch to football. And I guess that's where I sort of come into it. She was playing down at Harvey and we used to go for some casual kicks, and she helped me improve my kicking technique a lot. And then she made the big move to Perth, and it was really special to see her, achieve the ultimate success in 2018 and 2019. And then she sort of mentioned it to me to come down and have a run with the Sharks, and it was the best thing I ever did. Never look back. And even though, I'm in a car 3 days a week traveling up to Perth from Australind, I wouldn't do it for any other club. And especially to achieve this and be able to run out with not only my best mate, but some lifelong friends. Like nobody can ever take this away from us now. So it's pretty special.
I suppose I got into footy. I started down in the southwest. So I started playing for the Harvey Bulls football club, and then had a decent season with them, and the opportunity just arose that if I wanted to give myself a chance at football at a higher level, that I needed to probably come up and play in the WAFL, and it was actually the WAFL or WAFL at that stage.
That's right.
And then I guess Doma was there in 2018 when we won the Premiership, well, the last one of the WAFL, and then obviously 2019 as well, but and that's sort of how I obviously started playing for East Freo and all that kind of thing. And then Doma come up and played a few reserves games. reserves games when there was a reserve competition. And then has just, steadily become a regular in our league side, which is, I like I said, I think in another couple of years, or once the career's finished at the highest level you can play, I think we'll probably reflect a lot more and go, wow, that's really special. So I think while we can, we should keep going and see how many more we can win together. But it's no small feat what the girls do from the southwest. They come up and travel. I know how hard it was in 2018, and it takes a mental toll and a physical toll as well. So big kudos to Beth Beckett and Doma for doing that for now 2 years. Like, it's incredible. And I don't think some of our young ones know how hard it is, just because they're fortunate enough to have the game is here. And when you don't know what it's like to travel, it can be quite a hard task. So it's major credit to those girls for sticking at it, especially when the season was really tough on the team. So yeah.
Considering both you played at the same local club down there at Harvey, do you both get a chance to pop down and help out when the season's over, or during the season? Obviously, it's got to be a little bit hard during the season, but do you get a chance to at least pop down and watch some of their women's games down there?
It's it's a little bit tricky, obviously, during the season, and then the season comes to an end, and after 8 months or however long it is of traveling, I think I just need to unwind a little bit. But I will definitely get down and watch some of the Southwest footy games. There's lots of girls down here that we've both played with, and our friend Beth Beckett, who I actually travel up with, will play a few games for Bustleton. So I hope I can get down and watch her at some stage.
Yeah, there's some, like Donna said, it's quite hard to it's quite difficult during the season. Obviously, I live up in Freo now, so it's a little bit harder, but I still keep in contact with some of the with a lot of my teammates from down south, and the coaches contact and said congrats, and not congrats, but good luck for all the finals and all that kind of thing. So there's still that still talk a little bit. I'm hoping the body's actually feeling pretty good, so if I can get over this sickness, I wouldn't mind a little run around, but I'll just have to see how the body's feeling in the next week or so, and would love to get down there, and if not play, just have a watch and go and catch up with some family and some friends down there, because it's a great atmosphere. Obviously, country footy it's quite a special it's a different feel compared to up here. So I'd love to get down and catch up with a few friends as well, and see how they're going. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we can get down and watch a couple of games.
I think both you almost answered my next question, which is, what does the sport of footy mean to both of you, and what have both of you learnt from each other on and off the field, considering both of you play with each other for so many years?
Good question.
It's a very good question. I was actually thinking about this one today, and there's just so many ways that you could look at it. Football is a very different game. Coming from a soccer background, I feel like a lot of what we did at soccer was very individual based, but there's just something about being in a football team, the morale, the friendships that you create, and the memories. Like, one of the girls in our team crunched some numbers over the last couple of days, and she said the average age of our team on the grand final day was 23 years old. So we had girls that were under 18. I think there were about 8 of them. And then we had a couple of girls in the 23, 24, 25 age bracket. And then the rest of us were sort of 30 plus, which we refer to ourselves as the battlers. So I think there's something pretty special about being involved in a football team. But in regards to what we've learnt from each other, I think there's always been that competitiveness and that passion. But I know that Larry's taught me a lot over the years, but one thing she's always said to me is just focus on what you're good at, and keep refining that. So I could go on and on, but I reckon that's probably the main message.
Yeah, What's Doma taught me? Like it's hard when you get put on the spot. I probably should have put some thought into this answer. Probably, I don't know, just enjoying, probably a message that we got, obviously grand final was, you don't have to go out and do anything spectacular. You just got to play your role. And I guess Doma's probably taught me that what I do is enough. I don't have to think that I need to do A, B, C, D, and E and F. I can just do A and B, and someone else will get C and D. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think just teaching me that I'm allowed to enjoy. I can enjoy all of the small moments, even though if you're not a part, you don't have to be a part of those moments. You can still enjoy them. So that's probably been the biggest takeaway for me, and enjoying in other people's success as well. So I think that's a big number one key, is just enjoying other people doing well.
And what makes these Freo special?
It's the people, the connections that the lifelong friends I've made over my 6 years. And I think it's one thing I tell most people is, trust me, you'll feel really welcome when you come. Everyone's just super welcoming and makes you feel like you've known these people for 20 plus years. So I think when it's all said and done, that's probably what I'm going to miss the most, is the people. But I know that, I know that I could call any of them and go, hey, I need a hand, and they'd be there to help us out. So, it's a bit bigger than just football, but I would say the people and the connections that you make, regardless if you win premierships or not. So, that's why East Freo means the most to me.
I think you've absolutely nailed it there, Larry. I know coming in, Larry had said it's so welcoming, and it really, really was. But I think what I also love is that you can go to football and you can just be your complete self, especially the young girls. You know, it's a place where they can go after school, we can go after work, and it's like nothing else matters. So, yeah, I'd have to say the friendships and the way the culture has been created through the likes of Nikki Harwood and Steph Walding and all of those players that have paved the way for us.
Finish with a couple light-hearted questions about your team. So who's the comedian, the best singer, and into their TikTok/Be Real?
I'll start this one off. I think we've got a comedian in the room. Larry's definitely up there with her sense of humour. And I would have to also say a lot of the young girls are just hilarious. Like some of the things that they come out with just have us in absolute stitches. In regards to best singer, I think it would be rude not to mention one of our line coaches, Alex Avril Williams.
I knew it.
So he probably gets my vote. And I would have to give the TikTok and Be Real and all of that jazz to all the young girls, because us battlers got no idea when it comes to that stuff.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah. Do you need mine, or has Doma nailed that?
It's up to you. You want to add to that?
Well, I got to give Natasha Entwistle a plug. Very, very funny individual. Actually, all of the young under 18s are just hilarious. They I don't know, the Be Real and TikToks, I don't understand it. But they're all over it. And I would have to second Alex Avril Williams. She's she's unreal, and she'll love the plug too. So you can enjoy that one, Alex.
Yeah. As soon as I said the best thing, I knew both of you were going to say Alex Williams. I knew it. So.
Oh, that's so good.
Do either of you have a pre-game superstition or ritual?
Yeah, I do. It's definitely pasta the night before a game. It's just been something that I've done for a very long time. What else have I got? I think just, this year I bought in having a Red Bull before a game. That was something different. I've tried to be a little bit more flexible with things because I know you can get in your own head about it all, but must have some sort of pasta the night before a game.
Yeah, I'm very much the same. It needs to be pasta. We did that all through our soccer career, if you want to call it that. So that's just been transferred over to footy. And then I'm the same. I had a Red Bull, and I also started having, depending on the time of the game, a coffee.
Oh yeah.
Which coffee and Red Bull, not a great mix because you don't sleep that night. But it worked, but I didn't have one grand final day. I didn't have a coffee. So I don't know, maybe that affected my performance a little bit. But yeah, no, they're the only, I used to be quite superstitious on things, and now I've tended to let them go because, yeah, like Donna said, you can get in your head and that can mess up the whole enjoyment of the day. So, yeah, I've relaxed a little bit in my older age.
We haven't mentioned about nicknames yet. So who has the best nickname in the team?
Oh, there's a few.
Well, we'll go with Leanne.
Yeah.
So there's a lady called Leanne Gubbins, and she'll love the shout out too. So either toucans or guns. And the reason why it's guns is because she's got superior bicep muscles. And that's why she's guns. But I probably can't explain why we call her toucans. That might be a little bit. Yeah.
I would say the other one would be Ali Noakes. So during pre-season, she was given the nickname Express Post, and Larry can probably elaborate on that one a little bit more.
Yeah, it was the end of a drill, and we always like to finish the drill off, sort of like do it properly. So Ali's ended up with the ball. I'm leading out, and she's hit me lace out, and she yelled out, "Larry, just call me Express Post," because she hit me lace out. It was fantastic. So from then on, it was like, just call it Express Post.
Oh, there's one more that we have to mention, of course. Sharon Goat Wong.
Yes, of course.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Sure you know who Sharon is.
Yes,
Will?
I do. Yes, I do. I can't believe one of the players want to self-proclaim her own nickname. So
basically, yes, but very much deserved that nickname because it was the most beautiful kick ever.
The last one I've got to ask: did the team have a fine system this year?
The team definitely had a fine system. Caitlin Catalano was the one in charge of that, and she sent out the Excel spreadsheet outlining what we owe. I think I got off pretty lightly this year. I was quite lucky. Maybe after this interview we might cop a few more. Hey, Larry?
Yeah, I think so. I haven't checked the Excel spreadsheet yet, so I'll have to see what I'm up for.
Both of you, thank you so much for getting up some of your time to join us. We love East Freo, and we're so glad you got over the line against Claremont 2 weekends ago. And I got a chance to watch it back, so it was quite enjoyable being a Sharks fan. So well done on the win, and enjoy the celebration if it's still continuing, and congratulations on an awesome season, especially coming back and making it the hard way to get to the Premiership. So well done.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks very much for having us.
No worries. And that's Larissa and Doma there, joins from the East Fremantle Football Club, of course, the champions of the 2023 WAFLW season. Of course, if you want to get involved with the Sharks next year and hopefully watch them in action to defend their Premiership, of course, we'll put all the details up on how you can get involved with the Sharks. There's more on the Smash Sports Show right after this. Don't go away. Here on the 10th year celebration.